What's up, guys, and welcome to my year-end 2023 in the bag before the new molds, reviews, and releases of 2024 start to make me question everything that's in here. I wanted to quickly go over what I landed on and what I was throwing at the end of 2023. We'll start off quickly talking about what I was putting with, and that is the N-Blend Alpaca. You guys know I do switch around my putters quite a bit, but I can say right now with confidence that my putting has never been better, and I attribute that a lot to the N-Blend Alpaca. I've really never had any qualms with the Infinite putter lineup. It's been more of the putter plastics, and that really all changed when the N-Blend plastic came out. This still is nice and firm, but has the grip and tack that I'm looking for out of a putter plastic. You guys know I used to putt with the P-Blend Myths, and while I did love those, that P-Blend plastic, especially when it gets nice and humid outside, just gets too slick for me. So the extra grip and tack of the N-Blend is really exactly what I'm looking for while still retaining that firmness of the putter. But outside of that, let's jump in and take a look at what I was throwing in 2023. Starting out with throwing putters, this is probably my most recommended Infinite disc. This is the D-Blend Tomb that I just love once it beats in for controlled flip-up putter shots. A step up from that one in stability, I'm actually throwing this new run of concrete tombs instead of my old run C-Blends. I really fell in love with this run once I got it in the hand. It has that torque resistance and slight fade to it that I'm really looking for out of a premium tomb. One of the first new molds I'm bagging in 2023 is the Raise. This is the R-Blend. I really like this for forehand approaches and approaches that just need to stick. I'm also bagging the Color Glow on top of the R-Blend. I'll use this more on backhands and the R-Blend a lot more on forehands. This has that extra tick of overstability as the R-Blend has beat up and will skip much more readily than the R-Blend. I definitely can't get away with it in the bag without my first signature disc showing up. This is the Nexus. This is just a super floaty, super straight workable neutral flyer that I have absolutely loved throwing this year. Another new mold for me this year, taking over that understable mid slot, is the Hooligan Disc Flip. This came out a little low, but you can see why I call this a forehand replacement disc. Super slow turn, but also super understable. Back to not just a tried and true mold for me, but a tried and true disc. This is my second run Chariot that I've had forever, and honestly, just looking at this flight, I don't know what else you could ask for out of a straight flying mid. To complement that straight Chariot, I do have a C-Blend Chariot that's just a little bit more overstable. It still has that glide and will push forward, but just has that little bit more dependable finish to it. Stepping up to a more overstable mid, something that I can forehand with confidence, I have the Terminal Velocity Ursus. Shout out to No Skill Maniac for dyeing this one up for me, but this is just that meat hook disc that still has a good amount of glide to it. I do still only bag one true fairway driver, a 7-speed. This is my Exodus that is so neutral, I just don't see a reason to bag another one. I can work this on every shot shape I could ever want to. The understable 9-speed is one of my absolute favorite discs to throw. Right now I have the Terminal Velocity Cervini. You can see I let this go on a good amount of hyzer. It will flip up and ride to the right, but it still has the integrity to finish back, and this was an absolute bomb. Next up we have the straight 9-speed, and this is probably my favorite release of the year. This is the Pie-Pan Disc Grunt. I let this go on a little bit of hyzer, and this will push straight forever with a little bit of finish accentuated by the wind here, but I am loving this disc. Then as a slightly more overstable counterpart, this is the Baker's Blend Grunt. Feels a lot like Shimmer Star, but you can see I let that go flat to even a touch of anhyzer, and it just glides out on that angle and then finishes back. This is a beautiful flyer. Then to round out the control drivers, everyone needs that meat hook 9-speed. I'm still using a first run Scepter for this. I got this a little turned and the wind stopped the skip from showing, but this is still very beefy. That brings us to distance drivers. This is one of my absolute favorites, my Domi beat up iBlend Pharaoh. You can see I put that on an ignorant amount of hyzer just to get a full flight out of it, but man, it just goes so far when you hit it right. For something a bit more trustworthy that I can either hit on a slight hyzer or even flat, I'm bagging a Halo Pharaoh. This has similar, if not the same distance potential of that iBlend Pharaoh, but it's not quite as angle sensitive for me. Which brings us to the last disc in the bag. This is my Hooligan Disc Yeet. This is my overstable wind fighting distance driver that I will also use for any of my distance driver forehands. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching and your support on these videos. 2023 was a huge year for channel growth, and I'm really trying to keep that momentum pushing into 2024, especially with some more consistent long form content uploads. Drop a comment down below if there's a disc you'd love to see me try or review. I'm really trying to get back into reviews in 2024 as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.